Ladies and gentlemen, KSI is at it again. Now, oftentimes, whenever I hear or learn anything new about KSI, it is against my fucking will. I really don't care to keep up or try to like maintain current knowledge about KSI or the Paul brothers or anything like that. It just doesn't interest me, and frankly, I couldn't give two fucks. But yeah, I heard that he dropped a new song and I heard that it was a stinker, and that's what we're going to be looking at today. But we're also not going to just like react to the song and listen to that, which features Trippie Red, by the way. Crazy feature to have on a KSI track. But we're also going to look at his like I don't even know how to describe it. His mental breakdown on Twitter after some backlash that he faced from criticizing DanTDM after DanTDM rightfully came out and called him out on his bullshit with Mr. Beast and
Look,
Paul. But yeah, no, it's pretty interesting. I was going over the tweets just shortly before this video and over the last few days as they were coming out, and I'm just like, what the fuck is happening? This is crazy. I'm watching somebody lose it live. And it's just it's overall just interesting to watch and kind of funny to see pan out because just I'm not the biggest KSI fan, and I really never have been, even when like he was in the prime of his YouTube diss tracks, which is a dark time in YouTube history. I'm so glad that we've all collectively moved past diss tracks, or at least not in the scope that it was previously. It's just it's a wild time, which is funny to think about because some of you watching this video may not even be old enough to remember when that was going on. So I'm sorry that you're just too young. And stop watching this video, by the way. Don't watch my content if you're that young. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into this new reaction. Without further ado, here is KSI's new track, Thick of It, featuring Trippie Red. Excuse me. Let's get started.
I'm in the thick of it, everybody knows. They know me where it snows, I skid in and they froze. I don't know nothing but no ice, I'm just cold. 40 something milli subs or so, I've been told. I'm in my prime, but this ain't even final form. They know me down, but still my feet, they find the floor. I went from living room straight up to sold out tours. Life's fire, but once I'm ready for the war.
I mean, the visuals are kind of cool, I guess. That's pretty interesting. Oh my god, the fucking prime placement. Are you kidding me?
From the screen to the ring to the pen to the king. Where's my crown? That's my bling. Always drama when I ring.
That sucked ass. That sucked so much.
Smash through the ceiling 'cause I'm reaching for the stars.
I mean, just really like bland, generic lyricism so far. Like nothing creative.
I guess this is how the story goes. I'm in the thick of it, everybody knows. They know me where it snows, I skid in and they froze. I don't know nothing but no ice, I'm just cold. 40 something milli subs or so, I've been told.
Highway to heaven, I'm just cruising by my lawn. They cast me out.
I still can't believe you got Trippie Red to get on this. And then the fact that he agreed to do this. Yeah, it's amazing to me. Also, what are these visuals? These are like CapCut visuals. Like they threw on like transitions. This is like, I don't know if you guys remember when they were like first launching TikTok, but this is like what they were this is like what they were showing, and it's like here are the visuals that you can do, and it's just it's revolutionizing the way that we see like short form content. And this is it's just cornball behavior, truly.
I'm just cold. 40 something milli subs or so, I've been told. I'm in the
It's
but no ice, I'm just cold. 40
I don't
something milli sauce.
I don't know no what does he say? Hang on. I don't know nothing about no ice. I'm just cold. I think we all just need to take a collective moment of silence for just how fucking awful that bar is.
I'm just cold. 40 something milli sauce, or so I've been told.
It's just like
I guess this is how the story goes.
KSI featuring Trippie Red, Thick of It, directed by KC Locke. KC, you had your work cut out for you, brother. You had your work cut out for you. Yeah, just kind of taking a deep dive into the comments here. I mean, the video is #1 on trending for music, which is crazy in itself. This is getting a fuck ton of publicity. 8.7 million views. That's nothing. That's nothing light. You know, I gotta give credit where credit's due, I guess. 215K likes. I wish that there was a way that I could see the number of dislikes. But however, he does get ratioed in his own comment section. Honestly, if it had a different beat, different melody, different lyrics, different sound effects, different artists, different theme, different message, and a different genre, it could have gone hard. Um, yeah, and then obviously, it's bad when the comment section is more entertaining than the actual music video. I mean, there are like over 100,000 comments in here, and some of them have multiple thousands of likes, and the crowd does not give a shit. It really is pretty indicative of how dog shit this song is. Um, yeah, I completely agree with YouTube stash here. um if it just had different everything, it would have been a better song. Truly, I think that I could shit out a higher quality song than this in about 40 minutes, give or take. However, I'm not gonna try to like downplay anybody's art. I use a term very loosely here. Trippie Red, I don't even know what he's doing on here. I There's no way that he was told ahead of time what KSI had planned, or what the overall vibes of this song was. And if he was informed, that makes me lose so much respect for Trippie Red. Like, have some more self-respect than hopping onto this. But once again, #1 on trending for music, I guess that's a really fucking incredible feat. Good job, KSI, on making the this year's probably worst YouTuber song that I've ever heard. So good job. What's even more funny than just like the fact that he made this music video is that prior to releasing the music video, he kind of had this bout with DanTDM, or the Diamond Minecart. If you don't know who that is, he's a pretty prominent YouTube pillar. And he raised a lot of people, man, playing Minecraft, and you're just kind of like a revolutionary in the sphere. And yeah, he picked a fight with KSI and Logan Paul and Mr. Beast, who released Lunchly, which was a Lunchables competitor. So if you don't know what Lunchables are, it's like these pre-packaged meals, and they contain like different varieties. Like, you have the little sandwich one with like the crackers. You have like cheese and like this highly processed meat. I don't even know if you can call it meat legally, but whatever it is, it doesn't taste good. But they're like a nostalgic factor for a lot of people, because we just grow up in our childhood eating them. So yeah, DanTDM kind of hopped on, and he was like, "What happened to YouTubers, man? I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them. Do better." Which I agree with that sentiment. I think that a lot of the times, you reach a certain point in your YouTube career, or just like your online career in general, and you have to figure out different ways to market and different ways to make money. Because human greed and everything like that. um I think it's a natural progress for a lot of people who reach this level of notoriety. So yeah, KSI in response to that pulled up DanTDM's also marketing you know, that he has had in the past and continues to have, which consisted like the tube heroes, which I don't know if are they're around anymore, but that was something that was kind of that was up and coming before you had things like U2s and stuff like that. You had these like collectible figures that you could buy like Walmart and stuff like that. And yeah, he just kind of goes through and he's like, looks like crap to me, kind of calling out DanTDM on the hypocrisy of it all. Which is one thing. I guess there's credit and merit to that argument, but I would also say that a toy or like collectible thing, whereas like you're marketing Lunchly as like this super healthy alternative to Lunchables, it just doesn't seem like it compares the same, especially when I think KSI has his own U2s as well. And in that same vein, to my own argument, he says, but he was talking about food, JJ. He was sponsored, then promoted, and made a whole video on Munch Pack, a monthly sub box full of food and candy to his Minecraft audience full of kids. Now what? Which is fair and understandable to argue, however, I would say that this is still this is forever ago. I mean, he looks vastly different. I remember when he did these videos, and I don't even think that I think there's a community note here. Yeah, DanTDM posted this video on his third channel 9 years ago. He also did not create or have any stakes in Munch Pack. I think that the difference between Munch Pack and Lunchly is that Munch Pack is a sponsorship, which a lot of different YouTubers do, and that's how a lot of revenue is sourced in the YouTube space, is by sponsorships. And then he kind of goes into making fun of DanTDM's response, copy and pasting what he said, and then putting some dumbass YouTuber said this exact same thing to me the other day. Rather than complaining, crying, and trying to cancel a YouTuber for creating a product, here's an idea: if you don't want / like the product, just don't buy it. Simple. And that's in response to YouTuber Marquez Brownlee is getting canceled for trying to sell a 50-year subscription for a wallpaper app, which frankly I really don't know much about. I'm not talking about Marquez Brownlee here. I'm talking about KSI's whole like the devolution to this into his Twitter space. Yeah, I don't think that he was really trying to like cancel KSI by saying that Lunchly is kind of like not a market, it's not like a true marketable product that is like healthy to like push towards your audience. Because one, like this is just insane, the wallpaper app for $50 a year. And then at the same time, it's just like, I don't know, I think that there are certain things that you definitely need to talk about, and this is just kind of whataboutism. Like he's deflecting here, being like, oh, you say this, but what about these other YouTubers who are also doing shitty things? And you know, DanTDM, I'm not trying to like defend him by any means and what his opinions are. I share a lot of the similar opinions about just YouTubers in general, and I think that a lot of the stuff that they do is kind of shitty, and obviously it is just to make money in the long run, but it's just not a substantial argument here. And then this is really what caught my eye is when he tweeted this: a lot has happened these past few days online, so here I am addressing everything below. And I don't think that this was I don't think this was the link originally, but yeah, he posted this link prior to, I think he might have changed it now, but yeah, he was saying like this addresses everything, and then it was just a link to the page where it says here the link takes you to a page where you can pre-order his new song and has no apology. This tweet is misleading. This is against X, formerly Twitter, guidelines, which is true. That's a really shitty thing to do. It's lying straight up. But he comes back and says the community note is a straight up lie. The apology is there. You just have to click the page a few times to get to it. Once again, people abusing community notes, intentionally misleading. I don't know what his argument is here. Like, yeah, it's there. I can say, hey, you win $1 million, and then you click on this link and it gives you a virus. But if you just keep clicking like a few 100,000 times more and get a few 100,000 more viruses, you'll get to the $1 million. I promise. So yeah, here's the community note. My apology to that code at UK is an undisclosed advertisement for the song pop-up ad, and it's talking about that. The website has a timer for an apology as the last message. The apology itself does not exist at the time of writing this community note, and that is something that he has since then taken down. And this link just immediately takes you to the YouTube video of Thick of It, his new song, which we had just reacted to. So after KSI's whole thing with Lunchly, it came out that KSI had a collaboration with McDonald's, which is pretty crazy. I mean, that's unprecedented. I can't think of really anybody off the top of my head who has like a deal with major corporations that are like in the position of like KSI. Like I know that Travis Scott had something with McDonald's as well, but that just seemed like a whole different genre. Because I think that you're just comparing two different things there. But yeah, KSI came in and he was like, DanTDM, where you at? Once again, just whataboutism, awful fucking argument. And I think I should point out that the entire time this has been progressing, the original tweet was back in mid-September, September 16th, and this is October 3rd now. I mean, so for half a month, he's been going on like this fucking rampage trying to get DanTDM to respond and to like engage with him. And then eventually he says appear after he did say AO and added DanTDM, why don't you come over to Sidecast, which is his podcast with the Sidemen, and he said let's talk this out like men. And he replied to, or he retweeted his own tweet. He said, no reply publicly or privately. It's obvious you tweeted just for likes, interactions, and to be seen as a white knight. And before your stupid minions reply or meme me, you started this. I'm just trying to finish it. Which is kind of crazy because, you know, if you don't know, like, DanTDM, whoops, I'm not upgrading to premium, that shit's ass. DanTDM has like a family now and is like raising his kid. And so I don't know why he would even like humor this in the first place. It's kind of silly. And KSI is just freaking out about this because he's getting so much backlash. He's just kind of like watching things crumble. And then immediately after that, he says, these stupid fans leave trash comments on my new song, think they're getting to me. You're not. It's not funny. It's boring. You're wasting your time. So he's definitely handling this in a healthy capacity, and it's not getting to him at all. You know, it's not funny. They think they're getting to me. You're not. And then yeah, KSI, you know, No Life Shack reacted to that, and KSI unblocked my reaction, mate. I love the song. I thought we was cool, gang. Said that's the label, but after seeing the title, I low-key don't want to tell them to unblock you. He's definitely like handling this criticism so well. I think he even came out with a video that was just like reacting to people's reactions, and it's not good overall. And it's not because you started this shit with DanTDM. It's because you make shitty music. I don't know what you expect. That's like you know, I don't know. That's some cognitive dissonance right there for sure. So it's really funny. If I'll throw up some clips if I can find it. If he still has it up, because if he does, that's embarrassing. But it's fucking hilarious. And then so Drama Alert came out later saying KSI is forcing people to listen to his new song Thick of It. This has to be some form of punishment. And oh my god, so loud. But yeah, there's these trucks that are going through, and on the screen is the music video, and blaring from these trucks is Thick of It, his new song Trippie Red. And it's pretty ass. I can't imagine being like on the street walking by and having to hear this. I think that's like the equivalent to like elevator music. It's just annoying. So then finally DanTDM makes a new tweet on October 7th, mind you, like almost 2 months after the initial tweets of him and his kids, and he says living the dream. And then KSI quote tweets and says happy for you, bro, which is crazy. I don't know what I don't know if he's like trying to kind of like turn back and go against the grain of what he has started. And I don't know who this person is, but then they this has become like a whole copy pasta. And he responds hilarious, mate, with a period. He's taking this well. He's definitely taking this well. Also ratioed once again. He's getting fucked in the comments every single time. And then yeah, I mean, the latest post that he made, which was yesterday, generational haters everywhere. I'm so tired of it at this point. Just leave me alone, which is very different than what he has been saying, where it's not getting to him. This is a 5-day progression of like watching this man devolve after he released this music video. This Dexerto tweeted, KSI got ratioed by a hate comment under his own music video, which is actually what we just talked about. Yeah, and KSI have claimed it's just trendy to hate on his song right now while responding to the criticism, which is not a healthy way to respond to criticism by any means, by saying it's just a trend to hate on you, because it's not just a trend, it's just reality because you make shitty music and overall just dog shit content. So I don't know what he's expecting from these reactions, and it's not just like people who are like strong supporters of DanTDM. Um, like I used to watch DanTDM, but it's not like that's the reason why I don't like KSI. I don't like KSI because he's not a like good content creator in my eyes, and he's not doing anything of substance in the sphere, and it's just kind of crazy and hilarious to watch the progression of this man lose his mind after getting so much hate from making a song that is objectively terrible. I can't think of a single instance where you're gonna go out and somebody's gonna be like, "Hey man, turn on that new KSI track. If you do, I'm gonna fucking crash the car." I'm not doing that.